मौनो व्याख्या प्रकटित परब्रह्म तत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्टान्ते वसदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे। ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यविमहायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। We have completed the second verse so far. In the first verse, the existence aspect of the reality has been proved by saying that the existence of anything is primarily because of the existence of one's own self. Just like in the mirror, the reflection takes place and the existence of the reflection is because of primarily the existence of the object in front of it. Similarly, in the sleep or the dream, it is the dreamer whose existence and reality alone is extended to all that which are seen as beings and things in the dream world. This is called satta. Satta means existence. Secondly, spuranam. Spuranam is awareness. This awareness is also the same as the existence belonging to the self, and there is no essential difference between sat and chit. Sattayahi chit, chittayahi aham. Sadeva chit, chideva aham. So in the first verse it is explained, that is, Drishyamana nagari tulyam nija antargadam atmanimaya mayaya bahiriva udbhutam yata nidraya. Prabodha samaye sakshat kurute. Jnana utpatti samaye gurumukhat jnana utpatti samaye shramana samaye api yati sadhakasya buddhihi manaha shuddham chet. If the mind of the student is pure, the intellect is one-pointed, shravanam samaye api bodhanam sambhavati. Bodhanam, prabodhanam. The awareness, awakening to the awareness happens. Prabodha samaye sakshat kurute. Swa atmanam eva. Advayam atmanam eva. So this awareness and the satta and the spuranam both are belonging to the Atman only. For existence of a thing cannot be known unless one is conscious of one's own existence. What about the world? That very world which we see as different from ourselves is also proven to be coming from one only, which appears to be as many, just as that no difference, no relationship can be established really between Shuktika and Rajaha, or the Sarpa and Raju, Marubhumi and the water that is seen, Marubhumi Janita Jalam. So this relationship is an appearance only. Mahayogiya swa ichaya Ishvara eha vijrumbati. Bhagavan Ishvara alone is making it appear just like a Mahayogi Vishwamitra. Like the Vishwamitra creates his own world of illusion out of his power. Maya, the power of Ishvara, creates an illusion of a world of varieties of names and forms. And here, the question that is going to start by a student who is keenly listening to this is going to be about, again, Satta and Spurana. Remember, in the beginning stage, when the opening part of the Ullasa, the same idea is pointed out. What is the Satta, the existence of a thing? Verse number 4, Asti prakashade iti vyavaharaha pravartate tacha astitvam prakashatvam kasmin arte pradishtedam kim teshu arteshu kim va sarvatmani ishvare ishvaratmam cha jivatma sarvatmam cha kidrusham. That was the question. So the question has been answered in a way, but let us see what is further similar question that is being raised. Satta spurate bhaveshu uta agatya sangate bimbadi darpana nyayat ittam pruchan prabodhyate. Satta spurata. Satta spurata becomes satta spurate. Dual number. Palam pale. Svatatvam cha spuratatvam is satta spurata. Satta spurate bhaveshu vishayeshu. Kutaha, from what? Agatya, having come. Sangate. Sangate associates. Bimbadi darpana nyayat. Bimbadi darpana nyayat means like that of the bimba that takes place in the mirror. Ittam pruchan, in this way, being questioned, the student who is questioned, to him prabodhyate is being explained. So the simple point here is, where do the objects get their ability to exist, and also the ability to become known? How is it is known? That is a question. Let us look at the Bhashya here. Sarvat Drishatvena Upalakshitaha Chidatma Stvam Padarthaha Iti Pradama Shlokarthaha. Sarvartha Drishtrutvena. Because the world that we experience is seen by us, the reality of the world is to us Drishta. To the Drishta alone, the world which is experienced is real. Sarvartha Drishtatvena Upalakshitaha. That Chidatma, the consciousness because of whom the world has come to be known, is established as your own being. It is established as your own being in the first verse. Iti Pradama Shlokarthaha. You are the center of the world which you experience. Without you, the world of experience would not be there. At the same time, Sarva Jagat Swatmani Apiya Swayameva Vishwam Swamayaya Vijrumbayan Sarva Anusyuta Sadatmatvena Upalakshitaha Chidatma Tvatpadarthaha Iti Dvitiya Shlokarthaha. And in the world of relativity, when we see as the very self of all beings who had come to establish or create the old creation, the very core of all of them as pure consciousness is the very substratum or the essence of Tat Padartha. So Tat Padartha Sarva Jagataha Chidatma. Chitrupaatma. Tvam padartaha drishta rupena asti aham iti. Drishta atma tvam padartha lakshartha tvam padartha artha jagataha atma tatpada artha. Iti tatparyam upavarnya. Idanim now padartha dvaye aikya vakyartha prakashana param Trudhiya Shlokam Vyakhyadam, to make sure that this Tvampada Artha Chidatma Aham Iti Asti Atma Iti and Tatpada Artha Paramatma Brahman. This is established, and then to show the unity that one and the same, the Tvatpada Artha and the Tampada Artha, both are relating to or denoting to the only one only, to establish that Tritiyam Shlokam Vyakhyadam Prashnan Uttapayati. A question has been risen. Satta Sparata iti. Yaduktam satta sparate na drishya dharma kintru drishtu dharma kintu drishtu dharma viti tatredam pruchami. Yadi drishyeshu te nastaha kadam tarki teshu upalabhyate iti drishtu nishte eva sati bhasete iti chet tarki kim darpanado iva Mukhadi Drishyeshu Pradibimba Avavasa Charataha Avavasam Acharataha iti. If you say that the Vishayas or objects are extended the existence and awareness, they are independently able to have their existence and awareness. Yadi drishyeshu te, if you say it is not, kadam tarhi teshu upalabhyate, then how are they experienced by me? What is the support of their appearance? Drishtru nishte syeva sati bhasyete iti chet. The experience of the world of objects are possible only in the presence of the drishta. Only if you say, tarhi Kim darpanado viva mukhadi drishyeshu pradibimba avabasam acharatah. Then how is that they appear in front of me just like the appearance of objects, reflection of objects in the mirror, etc. The intent is here, there is something that is happening which is making it appear to us as reality outside. If you say their reality is not there at all outside, there should not be any experience at all. If you say reality of their presence is a reality, then where is their existence? How did they appear as outside? What is the media because of which I am, in the case of a mirror, the mirror is the reflecting media in which the objects are reflected, all right. So what is that support system because of which the objects, even though they have no existence of their own, are appearing to be existing? Edacha novapadyate amurtayoho tayoho pradibimba bhava anupapattehe. For if you say they are false, for they do not having any form, a formless thing which do not have any external form at all, how are they appear to be there for us to perceive or experience? Form here means quality, not necessarily physical form. Form here means any quality. Ata eva cha ayapindado agni eva sangamaha api anupapannaha. If you give the example of the fire extending up to the iron ball, then there are two things you have to accept. Agni accept, its existence is accepted. Then you have to accept the existence of anything independent of the fire called the iron ball, into which alone the fire can establish through that and appear to be a fireball. By fireball example, you are admitting duality. That the existence of Agni extends to into the existence of the iron ball into which it appears as iron, the fire ball. Ata kadam sarvasatta spurana rupam brahma atmedi prichan shishyah nishidhyate uttara shlokena atyartha. How is that therefore aikyatvam is possible? I mean, there are two of them there. This question has to be taken a little carefully in this. When the answer is given, we get more clarity about the question itself. Let us see in the chapter, I mean, the chanting of the third verse will take up, and then we'll see how he opens up the subject matter. Yasyeva spuranam sadatmakamasat kalparthakam vasate sakshat tattvamasiti veda vajasa yo bodayatyashritan yes sakshat karanat bhavena punaravrittihi bhavambo nidau tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namayidam Dakshinamoorty. Yasyeva spuranam sadatmagamasat kalparthakam vasate sakshat tattvamasidi veda vajasa yo bodayatyashritan Yes sakshat karanat bhavenna punaravrittirbhavambonidau tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Yasya eva, yasya chidatmanaha eva. Of that pure consciousness alone, Spuranam. Spuranam Swarupa Prakasha. Awareness. Sad Atmakam. Of the nature of reality, Sanmatram Sada Sarvanasyudam Vasate Swayameva Swarati Satchidatma Dakshinamurti Tasmai Namaha. So the first line is taken. Sasyeva Swaranam Sadatmakam Tasmai Sri Gurutamai Gurumurti Sri Namayidam Sri Dakshinamurti. That is the main point. Here, to the one who, from whom alone, of whom alone is Satta and Spuranam. All right, that is already established first, but from that, of that alone is the both existence and awareness. Spurana Visheshanam Alsat Kalpartakam iti Asatulyaha na Atyantam Asanna Aveva Artha Vishaya Yasya Trittata Yasya Tattata Anirvachaniya Vishayakaram Ityartha. Asat Kalpa Asat Sadrusha. Kalpa here is Sadrusha. Artakam. Bhasate. Yasyaiva, of whom, of the Dakshinamurti, of the Atman, of the Chidatmanan. Chidatmanaha Satta eva Bhasate. Chidatmanaha Satta, because the nature of the existence of the pure reality alone is experienced in the objects which are like unreal. Asatta, asat kalpa artakam bhasate. It shines, it illumines object, vishayam bhasate. What is vishaya? Object, asat kalpa artam vishayam. Why is it kalpa? Why don't you say it asat? Asat bhasate. Asat mein bhasate. If it is asat, it is not there. There is no question of it being illumined. Yeah? If that is not there, then why are we even asking that question? Jo hai hi nahi. I am painting clearly. I have got to go to the shop and ask, I need to paint something which is to be painted blue. Give me a blue paint. I'm going to Home Depot and asking for blue paint. So that person asked, what are you painting? Don't you say haunts? For the Halloween, plan to paint these two. The pagal hai. Hai hi nahi kuch. That which is not there, how are you going to paint? See, what is not there, do I have a question about that? What appears to be there, but on inquiry it disappears. That is what is called mithya. So, asat kalpa, appearing to be false. Appearing to be false means even appearance to be present is also to be understood. If it is sat, there's no question about it. If it is asat, again there's no question about it. If it is sat, then I will take it for sat and go away. If it is asat, there is no question about it. So asat kalpartakam. Natu Vishayah Basamanasan Agama Apayitvat Shukti Rajatavatah. Agama apayitvat, because it is subject to agama coming, apayatva, apaya means apaya, disappearing, apayanam means apayanam, meaning it is subject to disappearance. Agamanam apayanam cha asti vishayeshu, coming and going is there. Why, like what? Shukti rajatavatah, like that of the shell, and the appearance on that is the silver. Aparoksha pradibasat artah kriya karitvacha maya vinirmita nadyadivat ityartah. So, it is subject to be appearing as real so long as a person is not inquired upon it. Upon the realization of the truth, it is subject to disappearance. So therefore, the question is correct in the form of how did the so-called appearance has the reality extended by the Paramatman, his own existence and appearance. That's why you see in Vivek Chudamani, the answer that is given is Anirvachaniyama, is the whole creation. Indescribable. So what is Maya? Sannapya sannapyubayatmikano. Satna, asatna, sanna api, asanna api. Sannapya sannapi ubayatmikano. And it cannot be Sat and Asat together at the same time. So it appears to be Sat, later on it will become Asat. Appearance of the snake is there, upon inquiry, disappearance also takes place. So, Tadacha Vishayanam Chidatmani Chidatma Vyatirekena Swarupa Nirupanat Chidatmani Maya Kalpidan Vishaya Akaran Drigdrishyadi Viveka Jnanena Abhibhuya Swayam Advayam Pratyasmita Samasta Vishesha Akaram Atmanam Anubhavan Tattvamasi Deveda Vajasa Yaha Ashritan Upasakan Atma Jignasun Sakshat Bodhayadi Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaha iti Dvayaha. So, Vishayanam Chidatma Vyadirekena Swarupa Nirupanat. So, their nature of the reality of them is non-different from the nature of the reality. The nature of the Vishayas are non-different from the reality which is one's own, because they are Maya Kalpidan, Vishaya Akaran. How? Drishya, Drigdrishya Viveka Jnanena Abhibhuya. Upon inquiring into the nature of seer and the seen, Swayam Advayam Pratyasmita Samasta Vishesha Akaram. None other than realizing that everything is one's own being only, upon the disappearance of all other things other than the self, Pratyasmita Samasta Vishesha Akaram, Atmanam Anubhavan, by realizing one's own self. How? Tattvamasi Veda Vajasa, by the statement of Tattvamasi, that is second line. Yes, Sakshat, Prasade Sakshat, Tattvamasi Veda Vajasa. And it's a assurance or the teaching of oneness has been established by the statement like Tattvamasi, which is coming out of Chandogya Upanishad, is being heard and realized. Vedavachasa yaha ashritan upasakan, he who teaches those who have surrendered to him, upasakan, atma jignasun, those who are seekers of the true knowledge of the self, sakshat bodhayati, one who enlightens them, tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namaha. Bodhayadi ashritan yes sakshat karanat varen bhavait na punaravritti, that will be taken up later. So to that one teacher, the guru who teaches those who are surrendered to him, who are interested in recognizing or knowing the self-knowledge, and knowing which alone the oneness of the self of Tat and Tvam is realized, upon which alone one can come to see the one which is appearing to be there as Sat, which is essentially Asat, Asat Kalpartakam, Bhasate, which is shining because of the existence and awareness extended by this one, the one reality. Jnana nirvatvat abhi. Jnana nirvatvat abhi. Prapancha rupe bandha ajnana kalpitaha na paramartha iti abhipretya aha yes sakshat karanat iti. Ajnana kalpitaha bandha, the bondage being created by the ignorance, prapancha rupaha bandha, the bondage appearing in the form of an external samsara because of the absence of knowledge. Jnana nirvatvatvad api prapancha rupaha bandha ajnana kalpitaha. It is only the absence of knowledge that has created the illusory bondage, and therefore it is a creation of ajnanam, na paramartha, not really it is present. That is the reason why asat kalpa, it is appearance. Sakshat karanat, otherwise it will not go. So sakshat karanat, by the recognition of the one reality, it goes away, it disappears. Bhavambonido amboniti vat apare agade dustare bhave samsare na punaravriti puna samsara bhavaha ityartha. Samsara puna samsara bhava ityartha. Abhavanam, coming back, is not there. Puna samsara abhavani, puna samsara abhava. Coming to the samsara, it's not there anymore. Punaravrittihi na. Yes, sakshat karanat na punaravrittihi na pavet punaravrittihi. Where? Bhava ambu nidau. Bhava ambu, meaning the ocean of change in the nidhi. Ambu nidhi means ocean. Bhava ambu nidhi, in the ocean of change. Punaravrittihi na bhavet. That is the end result on the prayojanam of this very knowledge. Okay. All right. Now, what is to be established is, what is asat kalpa, which is explained. Asat kalpa means equal to that of asat. Now, what is equal to asat? What is equal to unreal? Unreal is, there is no need for anything to be equated. That which is not there. So, and I went there, X was not there, B was not there. A is not there, B was not there. So obviously, say, unreality need to be equated to anything. But that which appears to be real, later on going to be unreal, must be explained. If it is unreal, as I said earlier, there is no discussion about what is not real. But what appears to be there and becomes unreal, how or what causes this unreality of a reality? What is that appearance that happens to become unreal? Is it what is by nature it is unreal, or it is nature is real? That is obviously anirvachaniya only. Now the next question, it is next verse is going to satta spurnayoho atma bhavat vishayeshu sankramanam. The appearance of the objects as external is possible because of the existence and awareness being made to be available outside, which is what is experienced as the world. This is to be explained. This is the word is used as sankramanam. Asatkalpeshu bhaveshu jadeshu kshananashishu astitvam cha prakashatvam nitya sangramadishvarat. Asatkalpeshu bhaveshu jadeshu shananashishu astitvam. That which is equal to asat. Bhaveshu vishayeshu. Of the objects, which are jada, which are not real, which are not having any existence or life of their own. Why? Kshananashishu. Kshana samaye nashanam gacchati gaccheshu. And which are subject to disappearance within a moment, few moments. The moment is depending upon how good is the knowledge. Then Chanam can be many births. Shananasha means not next moment. The next moment can be thousands of other births, 1,000 births also. Or it can be at an instance. So astitvam cha prakashatvam, both existence and awareness, both of them are, see, awareness means coming to be known, revelation in other words. Awareness, when we use the word, what it means that it is available for our comprehension, revelation, appearance. So, astitvam cha prakashatvam nityat, only from that which is real, eternal, sankramati Ishwarat. Nityat Sankramati. Ishwarat Sankramati. Sankramati, the word is used as krama means to move. Sankramanam. Krama is to move. Kramate. Parikrama. Parikrama means moving around. Akraman, move forward, attack. Samantat. So here, sankrama Ishwarat. Sankramati. So, yaduktam bhaveshu atmasatta spurane kutaha agatya sangate pradibimba bhavena va sangramena va sangate iti. Pradibimba bhavena va sankramanena va iti. The question is pradibimba or sankramana. Now, what is the difference between these two? Mirror reflecting the object means the object is not touched. the object which is there in front of the mirror and the object that is reflected on the mirror, they have not touched each other. Correct? Whereas if you say it is like fire appearing in the iron ball, then it has entered, touched. So that means the fire has entered into the iron ball, means it has passed over to the iron ball, which is mean it has enveloped the iron ball, which means it has entered into the iron ball. That is the question. Is it the pratibimba rupena va sangramena iti? Tatra kim bhaveshu pratak darpanat ayapinda adivat vidyamaneshu kadam sangate iti prichasi. You are asking this question, this teacher is saying, you are asking this question, how this appearance takes place is because bhaveshu pratak darpanat ayapindadivat vidyamaneshu katam sangate kimba bhavanam eva swataha sattaspurana sambhave kim atma sattaspurana sangamena iti. So the question is whether they are appearing like that of the objects in front of the mirror where there is no true touching or reaching out, or the fire that is appearing in the iron ball. Now, or are they having their own reality? So, now that is the reason why the word asatkalpa is used. Asatkalpatra adyam pratyaha asatkalpeshu iti. Asatkalpatve hetu jadeshu iti. Why it is referred as first of all asat? Asat because it is jadam. Asatkalpa is because jadam. See, jadam or the jadam means what? That which does not have its own awareness. That is called jadam. What is inert? Inert means it doesn't, it's insentient. Insentient means what? It does not have sentiency of its own. So therefore, it is equal to that of jadam. I mean, is equal to that of asat, like that of jada. Now you see, jadatve hetuhu kshana nashishu iti. The reason why it is jadam because this being having no awareness of its own, it is subject to disappearance anytime. Drishtanashta swarupatvat. Of the nature of drishtanashta swarupatvat. As you see, it is existing, and drishtanashta means if you don't see, it doesn't exist. The existence of a thing is related to who is seeing. If the seer is not there, seen won't be there. It has no its own reality. Shukti rajavat, like that of appearance of silver upon the shell. Iti arthaha. Evam videshu bhaveshu nityat ishvaras astitvam cha prakashantam cha sangramat. Sangrama again, due to the moving from where? From Ishvara to that object which is subject to appearance. Vishayastam eva, as though it is belonging to that object itself. Vishaya akaram avabhasate, avabhasete. Vishaya akaram avabhasete. It as though making it appear as though external real, in that way it appears. Avabhasete. Rajatatmana eva shukti sattas purane. As though the self of the silver, as though the reality of the silver, until the person comes to realize it is as a shell, it appears to be real as the silver. as though it has its own individual reality. So a person who does not know it is only a shell does not question the reality of the silver and consider that as its own reality. And so extended to ourselves, ego has got its own reality until we realize it is false. In general, Prakrita Janaha, people who have no understanding of the self, even do not even question the ego. I am so and so as the physical body. It's never been questioned by us until we are told you are not the body. And even as much as I am the mind is never questioned until you are asked, are you the mind? Are you your thoughts? We never ask that very question to ourselves until we are told that even the thoughts are subject to appearance, disappearance. How can that be you? You know the appearance and disappearance of thoughts. So, anatmani atmatvam is ajnana. Atra sangramana shabdah vishesha akara avabhasa abhipraya. So the word sangramana used in the ullasa is vishesha akara avabhasa abhipraya. Therefore, the appearance of the object, it is only an appearance and not pravesha. Na pravesha abhipraya. Now, this is why it is to be clarified. See, as I said, if it is like an iron ball outside into which the fire had entered and therefore fireball is present, which means there is a pravesha of what? Externally an object is present really, into which the fire had entered and make it like a fireball. That's the pravesha, entry. Here it is abhasa. That's why the first verse has given the example of drishyamana nagari tulyam, like the mirror reflection. So the object appearing outside, even though unreal, asat kalpa, yet appears to be real because of the reflection that takes place, not that it extends itself to the next one, like that of fire extending itself to the iron ball. Avabhasaha eva na apraveshaha. Explains here properly. Nahi rajate samaropide shukti satta sangramadi. It is not that there is a rope and there is a snake into which the rope's existence is extended. There is no two things from one to another it has moved. No. The movement of the consciousness, movement of existence and awareness actually did not take place because the reality of the snake is not being there. Therefore, the existence and awareness nature of the rope has not moved into a thing called the snake for it being appearance only unreal. In the same way, samaropidasya adhishtana vyadirekena swarupa abhavat. The existence of the appearance is supported by something which is real. Samaropitasya, samyak aropitasya, that which is being superimposed, for it, adhishtana vyadirekena, without its substratum, swarupa abhavat, its own existence is not there. That which is being superimposed has no independent existence. If it has an independent existence, then the reality and awareness, existence awareness can be extended to them. But being not there, it is only a false appearance. Tattvat iti idam. Tattvat ayam iti. Api iti svabha. So that is the word. That's why the word asat kalpa, the word is used. Asat kalpa. So if it is asat, there's nothing to be asked. If it is sat, you cannot deny that. So why it is therefore questioned here? Because it is experienced. The fact is that I have experienced the world, I'm experiencing the world, this experienced world, how it is having an existence, how it is known to be revealed to me. So for that, the explanation is that even though it is not there, it appears to be there, and this appearance of the appearance of the objects of the world is an expression of the reality alone. The appearance is different from the substratum, that is because of the adhyasa. So adhyasa has borrowed existence. Whenever you give the example of, there are many examples that are given, but we have to understand each example has got a plus and a minus also. Let us say, many times we explain, it is like the electricity that is there, expressing itself as the light. So in the case of this example, the bulb is there. Bulb is there. The filament is there. And the current passing through that brings the light. Now, the light, it is similar to that of having the cold iron ball and Agni. Same example. In those times, that is the example that is given. Here we can use the example of the filament and the current. The current is passing through the filament and expresses light. The Agni passing through the iron ball expressing as an iron fireball. That is only the difference in terms of technology that those times was done there. Now, when you say give this example, there is a reality of the filament into which the ability to shine is being extended by the fire, by the electricity. Here it is not, that is not the case. The reality of the snake, it's not there, but it appears to be there. Therefore, one cannot say reality entered into the objects to appear as objects. No, reality has never entered anything. There is an appearance upon it. And therefore, there is no distance between what is being perceived and the perceiver. The world which is perceived and the perceiver, there is no distance at all. Just like there is no distance between the rope and the snake. There is no distance between the shell and the silver. The distance is merely, that's why Desha Kala Kalana. There is a creation of apparent distance and time. We'll see more of it in the next class. Not to think about. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhavat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.